How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Grip Lock, Foundation Disc Golf's weekly podcast. I'm Hunter, joined as always by Trevor, Konner, and Big Soy.
Hey.
Soy.
We don't know where we moved to, but somewhere that it snows all the time. Because we were just in a snowstorm on Friday, and now I can see through our front unit.
I like that Hunter and I have just enough view to realize that we're getting cooked right now.
We're in a blizzard now.
And it's funny in this office because we got big truck on this podcast, and then little sedan and little sedan. Just like we're just going to be the ones that are swimming home.
I will gladly drive you home.
No, I know you would.
If need be.
But all the way over the river.
Yeah, it is. It's something out there right now. Luckily, the two people with the least capable cars are the Pennsylvania boys. So if anyone knows how to get home,
they know how.
Yeah,
it's them too.
Really slow.
Yeah, but it is a blizzard out there. But that's not going to stop us from providing you with everything going on in the disc golf world.
Scandal.
So we've got the Disc Golf Pro Tour Player Award. We've got the Disc Golf Pro Tour ticket prices that came out. And then we'll have fun little Trevor's trivia, all that good stuff.
You didn't sell that enough. We have a scandalous player award.
We do.
Ooh.
We do.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in just a minute. Before we get into today's podcast, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Today's show is brought to you by Hooligan Discs. They have been awesome to work with. They were the title sponsor of our 24-hour live stream. If you enjoyed that, that's all thanks to Hooligan. And they make some freaking good discs. You've probably heard of the Cash, Trevor's signature disc. That's personality disc. Has been with us for a while. One of the best-selling putters that we have. This thing is incredible. It's a nice, overstable throwing putter. But let me tell you about the rest of their lineup. We've got the Dime, which I actually have been really enjoying in the videos we've used it in and during the 24-hour stream as a putting putter.
Yeah,
that
really
thing's
nice
great.
putter.
But it's also a dead straight flyer.
It's a glidey beaded putter.
As you move up the lineup, you have the Flip, which is exactly what it sounds like, an understable mid-range that I'm actually very excited to put in my bag. It's kind of my fuse replacement because me and the fuse have not been agreeing very much recently. So I'm very excited to try out the Flip, a nice understable mid-range. Then you have the Thread, which is a dead straight 9-speed, has a little bit of turn but a consistent little push back, in a very comfortable hand feel. It's actually a little bit thicker than your typical fairway, so if you don't like the thinner fairways, the Thread's very agreeable there. And then they also have the Vibe, which I think is the one that all of us here are most excited about because this thing bombs, especially on forehand. It is a -2-2, and it's pretty true to that. It has a nice turn to it, nice fade back. If you throw around that 300 to 350 foot backhand range, this thing is going to be money for you. If you throw a little bit farther, this is a great hyzer flip to turn. And like I said, if you're in the 300 to sub 300 foot forehand class, this is the exact disc you're looking for. They also have the Yeet in their lineup, but they're currently retooling that. That's their overstable distance driver, so that'll be coming back very soon. So check out the full lineup of Hooligan Discs as a thank you for them supporting us over at FoundationDiscs.com. We have the full lineup in stock right now, and you can throw their discs, again, as a thank you for their support of Foundation Disc Golf and your favorite podcast, Grip Lock. So shout out to Garrett and Hooligan.
They're also really nice people.
They are. Garrett,
that
the owner,
means
is
a lot
awesome
to me. I love it when people are nice.
Garrett
very nice.
Just went full-time with Hooligan, so if you want to help him make his dream come true as well, you can support them and throw some, which is awesome to do. So, all right, it's time for Con's Couch.
Welcome, everyone. Come take a seat on Con's Couch. First of all, thanks. Shout out to Fetty, Park Hill Disc Golf Club. They sent me a patch. If you send a patch, I'll stick it on the wall. That's all you need to know about that. I have a very interesting Con's Couch segment for this week. It's going to be an ongoing one that's going to stretch to next week, okay?
Oh.
Because I'm actually going to provide speculation this week, and then I will get, at least from one side, I will get concrete, I'll get concrete quotes on this from the creator himself. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something that we might have heard a little bit about here and there, but now we're finally going to hear the full story.
Okay.
Did Gateway invent gyro technology? Have you guys heard that speculation before?
Yes, I've not heard the speculation. I've heard the facts from Gateway.
Okay, there we go. So,
are you a Gateway gyro denier?
No, I'm not. This is I want to put this whole speculation out in the public for everyone to hear, okay? So I know we've heard whispers of this all around, but I can find multiple Reddit posts, and by multiple, I mean at least one, where people are claiming that Gateway has the original gyro technology.
Is it prototype 87? Is that right?
I don't know.
Not.
I don't know, but that is it's just people are saying that Gateway had a gyro mold before MVP was even a company.
93.
And so this goes back and forth. I don't think people are necessarily saying that can't be the case or anything like that. And I don't know if I don't think Dave is necessarily going around being like, the MVP stole it from me. I don't think he's saying that. But I just want to put the speculation out there, give you a week to think about it. All right. Did Gateway originally come up with the overmold and is MVP living in their shadow? And then next week, I will spend this week contacting Dave, getting every bit of information I can get about the elusive Gateway overmold.
Elusive, that's a weird word.
Elusive.
There it is.
The lucid plastic Gateway overmold.
I might actually have
disc golf
it
brain.
at home.
Yeah, I think I have one.
You have one?
I have
Okay.
one.
If I
yes.
remember it correctly, I don't think MVP stole it.
No.
I think Gateway taught them?
The story goes no. Okay, no.
Not.
That's why there's a lot of speculation around this. According to some of this Reddit post, Gateway was asked to come to Michigan and help MVP.
Yeah, I think that's the story I heard.
Yeah,
I'm serious. I think that's the story. Well, we'll find out the truth.
So that's what
They're the fathers.
That's what I've heard.
Disc golf.
I've heard a lot here and there about it. I want to know the truth from at least one side. And so I'm going to talk to Dave this week and get as much information about this Gateway overmold situation.
How many of your Con Couch fun facts are going to be MVP related?
Good question.
They're like one of the more. Like,
it's just fun.
Interesting.
It's exciting. Yeah.
There you go. So not a fun fact yet. We'll get one next week.
No, yeah, fun situation.
Fun situation. We also have a fun situation, courtesy of the Disc Golf Pro Tour, which their Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, all their awards are officially out. So we're going to kind of go through the list here and react to all of these. Okay. So first we'll start with something that I think is kind of humorous, which is the FPO and MPO Comeback Player of the Years. Which went to basically a decade ago's Player of the Years. We have Paul Macbeth and Paige Pierce winning this award.
Pretty fun.
And I agree, actually, with both of these choices. Because if you look at
it is really interesting, though.
Their past few seasons, I don't think that they, most improved doesn't make sense for them because, their name holds a certain weight that, what they did this year, more so Paul. Paige, though, had a very strong season, especially in that middle stretch there. But what they did this year almost is more just that's what's expected of them. So that's where most improved doesn't make sense because it doesn't feel like either of these players improved. It almost just feels like the last few seasons they didn't improve. Paige actually is also coming back from that gruesome injury as well. But I feel like this makes perfect sense where they both got back kind of to their previous form in certain ways, especially at certain events. So I actually really like this. Comeback Player of the Year, Paul Macbeth, Paige Pierce, boom, boom. Anything to add to those?
No,
I feel like those make perfect sense.
I think Paige's was a little bit different. You could have argued Val because she had the more recent injury, but I was totally fine with both. And Paul made perfect sense.
It is like you said. It is really funny that this year's Comeback Player of the Years was a few years ago.
They were the dominant forces.
That is really
the
interesting.
Pre-Gannon, pre-Kristen world. Now that we're in a post-Kristen world, maybe Paige is the one to come back.
I feel like
post-Kristen is.
Should we start the calendar now?
That's funny.
Next year is 2 PK or 1 PK.
It had to be 1, yeah.
1 post-Kristen.
Yeah, I like that. I do think that
during the year of our Kristen,
it might be hard to find a better Comeback Player of the Year for the rest of time. I feel like this might be the most aggressive comeback player we see, as in how aggressively he came back.
What if they get hit by a car and then win
Good
10
point, Trevor.
times?
Good point, Trevor. Never mind.
Yeah, you never
redacted.
Okay, now on to most improved. First for MPO, we have Paul Kranz, who I believe is the Rookie of the Year a few years ago.
He's just cleaning
Never
up.
really panned out, but then this year he rocketed 64 spots up the leaderboard to finish 32nd. I believe that was from 80-something. Math would check that that's not true, that it's actually farther down. Regardless, though, most improved, this is the one that I believe I voted for. I believe he was the one that definitely embodied this the most.
We did. We voted for this a month ago at least. If you voted, actually, it might have been more if you voted when the ballots first came out. And so I'm looking at all these and I'm like, yeah, I think that's what I voted for. But also, there's a chance. I don't think I voted for Sully.
Paul Kranz was the one that he had the biggest improvement. The only other argument that could have been made for a few of the other players was although their improvement wasn't as big, they were climbing farther up the leaderboard,
right?
Which some people could say that's harder to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone climbed to me, Paul Cran's made the most sense. He also improved his average place by 24 spots,
right?
Which I think that's another very important thing. So
I don't know what Sully's was, but if he went, for example, from like 30th to 10th, it might be a harder climb than going from 90th to 30th, because you got to remember, that sounds drastic, but you could go from 90th to 50th, like 40 of those spots, just by playing more touring events.
Yeah.
So like it really doesn't, you don't get into the real mix until you get further up into the top 50, and those are the guys that are actually at
Let me see if I can find you our because they sent us I can find my ballot, but I'm saying they sent us when they first sent out their ballots, they sent
the rationale.
Yeah, well, they sent the stat sheets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Here we go. MPO data for voters. Here we go. So what we're looking for, most improved.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're basically if you go improvement disc golf pro tour ranking short. So like Linus Carlson jumped a lot. Zach Nash, but a lot of these guys weren't jumping from. Oh, sorry.
That's their
sorry.
ranking.
Why is that sorting like that? What just happened? Trev? You're a Sheets guy. What did I just do?
You sorted the wrong category. That's just their ranking.
But it said. You understand what I'm saying? Improvement ranking. You would have thought that would line up. Why isn't it? Why is there nowhere it says how they moved? Wouldn't that make sense?
It would, Hunt. I don't know what's going on right now.
Oh well. Anyways,
that was data with
the boys. That was the boys figuring out they don't know how to work an Excel spreadsheet.
Nobody's really going to argue.
No one's going to argue with Paul Krantz.
Well, it's like most improved. It's like,
Cadence Burge is the FPO player of the year, and I know for
most
sure.
Most improved player of the year.
Sorry, most improved player of the year. And I know for sure she's the one I voted for. Yes. I think the big thing was obviously getting the win, because I think there was a player who moved up more than her. But if you go and get your first win and you greatly increased, I think that embodies this award a lot.
I thought she was next up for like 4
we
weeks.
all did for that month there. But yeah, she jumped 16 spots in the standing to 9th and improved her average finish by 10 spots, which is very impressive.
That's in FPO in particular, that's very impressive.
So Cadence Burge, most improved.
Next up.
All right, and then now we go to Rookie of the Year. MPO, honestly, I think Ramses was the one everyone kind of voted for, because what it was essentially the majority was Europeans for Rookie of the Year. There wasn't a lot of MPO that were touring the full season. And so it was mainly just who had the best European stretch, more or less. And so Rasmus, thank you, Sakaripi, took this down.
Ramses also a cool name, but Rasmus.
Rasmus is definitely his name. MPO Rookie of the Year title. He wrapped up the season 47th in MPO. He held 39.6 average finish, posted season best 16th at D-Glow, and carried 10.22 average rating across 15 starts.
Respectable.
Yeah, no, he was by far the most deserving. I remember I looked at it and I was looking through them all, and I was like, "There's no point in even like trying to decipher this. There's just one guy."
Yeah.
Now in FPO, this one was actually interesting because FPO originally the ballot goes out, and on the Rookie of the Year ballot, you're missing one very important name, which is Ida Latomaki, if you will.
I won't.
So, which obviously she had a fantastic stretch there. And now, a little bit later, we get an updated ballot, which now includes her. And essentially it was, I don't know how it got forgotten, but essentially there was a few players that were left off. You now have her included. Which actually, let me see if this is actually could be very important, because I think that might be completely negligible point, because Rebecca Dawn won it, and it looks like her name was also missing from the first
Not
list.
true, because I voted Rebecca Dawn.
Well, look at this, Trev.
That date, she might have been missing from the data, but she was on the ballot.
She was on the ballot.
Because
okay.
I never went back and changed it.
I think, and that's my point, is I think, because then they sent the second ballot with the updated Rookie of the Year, and there wasn't like a 100% super strong case for Ida over Rebecca, because she only had 6 starts to Rebecca's 13, but her average finish was 9.7, and she had a podium, i.e. the playoff at Worlds. She had 4 top 10s in her 6 spots, and basically she just was lower in the world standings rank because she just didn't play that much, more or less. So her average, but like, So Rebecca, I don't think Rebecca Dawn was a bad choice by any means, because she was higher in the world standings ranking. You do have to value the player that plays more, because who's to say that Ida wouldn't have played more?
Hey, the best ability is availability.
Yeah, so who's to say that Ida wouldn't have, when she played more, dropped down? I don't know. 50th. But I do think I went back and changed my vote because I was like, no, I think that Ida deserves it, especially.
I don't think you pronounced her name correctly yet.
I don't think I pronounced her name right a single time.
I think it's Ida.
Ida? I thought people were coming after me when I was saying Ida. Everyone was coming after me when I was saying Ida.
I don't know.
I was almost positive everyone was coming at me when I was saying Ida.
Silas, can you fact check this real quick?
Fact check how you pronounce it.
Right.
It's IIDA. IIDA.
I think that we started on Ida, and it's always been Ida, and we keep going back to Ida. By we, I mean you, because I usually just take a back seat.
Ida feels right, which makes me think it has to be Ida, because it's whichever one I don't.
You're right. I hope
Ida feels right, but then I know whichever feels right to me, people come after me, so that's why I keep going to Ida, because that doesn't feel right to me.
I think it was after you dropped the Ramses that I'm just on guard.
I don't know. Regardless, Rebecca Dawn takes it down, and like I said, this one's not that criminal to me. I do disagree with it. Ida was the runner-up. Ida, she was a runner-up, and then you had Taylor Chosick coming in third. But I do think that if it was right that Rebecca was on the first one, I do think that this is more because people like Trev, that sounded like I was coming after you.
I wouldn't have changed mine.
I think that people didn't go back and change it is more why she... I think if Ida was on it the first time, she wins this award. So I think that is...
Well,
pretty criminal.
That's expressing confidence in an accurate vote, which we'll get to that. But I don't think you should just assume that the vote that we think would have won.
No, I do. Yeah. But I'm saying
you have to we do not have our head wrapped around. Yes, I agree in the sense that
she's the runner-up. It didn't help her case.
It wildly flawed the vote. So you're absolutely right. It could have flipped. But assuming that what we think would happen, so wrong.
Yeah. Well, no, we knew exactly what was going to happen.
I didn't think that was going to happen.
We said it for months. We said we knew exactly what was going to happen. That's why we kept prepping this.
I thought they were going to give it.
This was the least shocking thing I've ever seen.
I thought they were going to give the award we're going to get to somebody else, but I did not think it was going to go.
Well, NPO player of the year.
I did a Google search.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Gemini says it's Ida.
Ida. Okay. So it is what I think it is. Ida. It's not Ida. So
you were just saying Ida.
Yeah, it's Ida.
Okay.
I have always thought it was Ida.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Ida.
But people keep Gemini just told us that.
Well, that's what I'm rocking with, because I thought it was Ida, but the reason I keep going with Ida is because
Google, Trev.
I know that people keep coming after me.
Yeah, Google thinks
Google Gemini
has like
sucks.
12 majors.
Google Gemini does suck. But I would trust them on pronunciation.
True.
Pronunciation is pretty simple.
As long as the name is
because it's probably taking into account the language.
Yeah,
well, right.
That's what I'm saying. The only reason I keep saying Ida
really
is because
it's in that language. What does the double I do?
Yeah. It's because the reason I keep
makes
saying
a Y sound.
The reason I keep saying Ida is because I'm trying to bury what I think it is, which is Ida, because I know the comments keep coming after me for saying it wrong. So I'm assuming I was, that's how my brain works.
That's
Ida.
To me all the time.
I feel like two different pronunciations.
Let me guess.
One is for Finnish and one is for Japanese.
Give me the Japanese.
The Finnish one is Ida.
What's the Japanese?
It's Aida.
It's definitely not that.
So
that's the Japanese one.
The American's Ida, apparently.
I'm confident in this.
I think it's Ida.
If
Ida is the Finnish one.
If the comments say otherwise, just go in there and say, that's not the real Finnish pronunciation. You don't know ball.
Konner.
Yes.
So NPO player of the year, Gannon Burr, least surprising thing ever. And now here we have, FPO player of the year, Holland Handley. And I have a conspiracy theory here.
Well, let's remind everybody of how the voting works. So just so before we dive into all this, the voting for this award is 50% media vote. That's like people like Hunter and I. And 50% player vote. FPO touring players.
And they have you rank who your top basically 5 of this is the player most deserving down to this is the player least deserving of my top 5.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Yes.
But no, I have a conspiracy theory with this, with the FPO player of the year. Mm-hmm. I think that the Disc Golf Pro Tour script writers are off by a year. Because who won the award last year?
Missy
Gannon, who should have won the award.
Christy.
Who won the award the year before? Kristen, right? And then who won the award this year?
Holland.
And who should have won it?
Missy.
We're a year off. I think that they're accidentally releasing, they released the script accidentally a year advance.
Konner, who let you cook?
So I think that this is actually Holland Hanley should be 2026 player of the year.
You need to be careful saying stuff like that out loud.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what happened.
I'm worried for your safety.
I think that's what happened. I think the Disc Golf Pro Tour script writers just at some point got a year ahead and messed up. That's the
making sure we're not being
because the other thing, if that's not true,
then the voters are stupid.
Well, if that's not true, then what happened is people don't know how to look at data.
Well,
And I'm not willing to go there.
It's actually data.
I'm not willing to go there.
Clearly.
So I think it has to be a scriptwriter situation, right? That's the only thing that makes logical sense.
Let's remind everybody of said data.
So Holland Hanley she was basically her claim to fame.
Her claim to fame.
First in FPO World Standing, 5 Pro Tour wins that included the Pro Tour Championship, which I remind you, as the leader, she comes in with the stroke advantage, which is unfortunate for her because basically the Pro Tour Championship is an impressive win for anyone but her, if that makes sense. Because everyone else is chasing down her. She already has a lead, so it makes it a less impressive win, but it's one of her 5. On the flip side of that, you have Missy Gannon, who also had 5 wins with a major and a major in our hearts being Throw Pink that the players themselves have talked about as valuing as a major win. The manufacturers have valued a major win. So you essentially have a player that ties and wins with 2 majors, essentially. 1.5 major. But even if you just want to go ties and wins with 1 major, the only place she loses is in points and average finishing place. But you have a major.
I'm figuring out a way to formulate
2
this.
majors.
I have this inkling that when you allow the players to have, because I would bet that the media probably favors Missy in this vote. I would love to see the numbers. I think that when you have the players vote, it brings in a lot more bias than the media. Media is mostly going to do what we do on this show, and they're going to go, well, here's the wins. They're going to do their thing. You're not like, we don't want to get our vote chucked out, so we're going to try to make an accurate vote. I think the players, I think that's where these things get muddied up. Like, I think Holland wins this because the players' vote goes her way, and I just think there's too many inconsistencies possible when you're having like these touring players. Like, some people might just outright not like a certain player and therefore not vote for them. That can happen in the media, but it's a lot more likely for people that personally know these players. And then also, I just wonder, like, you would think that the players would be the first people to be like, well, Throw Pink Championship is a legit win.
You would think.
Like, are people just getting, I'm wondering, are people getting like too into the semantics of it and being like, well, technically this is a Pro Tour award. This isn't a DGPT event.
Well, but then you don't count any majors ever?
Yeah, you make an excellent point because they're both on the schedule.
Correct. And Throw Pink has one of the strongest fields. Because also, if you want to make the points argument,
yeah, it's dumb.
At the end of the year, Missy lost by 80 points.
Yeah, it's
like Missy
very close.
Barely lost by points. So points, like, yes, they didn't tie. Like, yes, Holland beat her, quote unquote. Yeah. But like, it's basically how much do you value a major, and do you really value? Because this is also what you're saying is we have the same amount of wins, but if you're willing to say that I value the Pro Tour Championship more than Throw Pink.
It's not just that though, too. I think the other thing they value a lot, because you've seen this biasy. And I say bias doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad bias, but it is a bias. We see the voters previously get very caught up on podiums and average finishing place. Whenever people argue against us, they love to drop those. Like, we are a very win-heavy podcast. We talk about wins, because that's all that should really matter to an extent. When you're at the top of this argument, at least. But people, like with Calvin, that's all they could talk about was podiums and average finishes. And in Holland's the same thing, where I think they built a lot of her case this year off of the podiums and the average finishes.
I would agree. Like, if you asked me through pre-Europe, player of the year, I would think you're crazy to say it's anyone other than Holland Hanley. Because at that point, she hadn't finished outside of 5th. She was winning very consistently. Post-Europe, Holland Hanley shouldn't even really be in the conversation. At that point, Because then it flips to Missy Gannon owns Scoggins is the two in the running really post Europe. Also, not even to mention Silva Saarinen, who in my opinion is the second, should be the runner up. It should be Missy Gannon first, Silva Saarinen third, Holland Hanley, or Silva Saarinen second, Holland Hanley third. That's how it should have went.
I agree. Whenever they posted about this, all the comments pointed to Silva, and so when I was expecting to be disappointed in this award, I thought it was going to be because Silva won, and then at least it was going to be like, okay, well, I don't agree, but whatever. The Holland one genuinely took me, I kind of forgot that was a possibility because, my votes also went Missy, then Silva, then Holland.
Well, one thing I was certain about was that Missy Gannon was not going to win this award. I didn't know if it was going to go to Owen Scoggins or Silva Saarinen or Holland Hanley, but I knew the person that deserved it wasn't going to win it because that's what precedent has told us.
It's a tradition unlike any
other. It's
other.
like when there's someone that deserves this award, they don't get it, right? Missy Gannon... or Kristen deserved it last year. Missy got it. Isaac Robinson deserved it. Calvin got it. Right here we have Missy Gannon very much deserving it. Holland Hanley got it. Here's what I have two thoughts on this. If we're throwing the script writing out, which I think we should consider the script writing possibility, it is the one that makes the most logical sense.
Disavow.
But if we're throwing that out, if we're saying there's not a script for the season and that people just are voting this way because they put their blind on or let their toddler vote or something, I don't know. I think we have two possibilities here. We either, one, the Pro Tour needs to release the ballots. Full transparency. I think we need a Transparency Act.
There's really no point.
We need to see who voted what.
Oh, well, I mean, that's...
No, that's what I'm saying. Because we need to see it. Because if you're a voter, if you're someone who's voting for this, you should have no problem with it because you should be able to defend it. Right? And if you can't defend it and you're scared of that, because then you know you didn't vote right. If you're scared of your ballot being released.
I mean, I know I said there could be some like weird biases, but I do believe that probably the majority of people that voted Holland, they believe in.
That's fine. That's what I'm saying is you shouldn't be scared of it. You should be saying Hunter's an idiot. Of course, release my ballot. Yeah. But if you put Missy Gannon fourth or fifth, then we need to release the ballot, and you need to be.
That's so much funnier.
You need to. If you did that, you need to be held accountable for that. Your vote shouldn't count. Your vote should be thrown out if you put Missy Gannon fourth or fifth, because there's no argument that gets Missy Gannon that far down, and there should be no argument that gets Missy Gannon out of the top two. And then if you're in the top two, the majority of people should have leaned towards Missy Gannon. But I'm saying even if you put Missy third because you go Holland own Missy beats.
No, Holland owns Silva.
Where does Silva beat Missy?
I'm just saying.
Where?
Well, in this hypothetical, they put own in front of them, so it's all Silva.
Oh, but at least that's a two major argument, and one of them worlds. Yeah. Like, look, I think you're crazy, but like at least there's a line of thought there.
So they'd be like, I just liked your play style better.
That's what I think is going on. I think it's
probably.
She made me dinner one night.
Whoa.
She deserves Player of the Year. I'm best friends with her, Missy. Big money Missy. She's already made enough money. She doesn't need Player of the Year.
Yeah.
That's the type of crap I think is going on.
Yeah.
So if that's not going to happen, which the Pro Tour won't do it, if that's not going to happen, then I think that if you
think the players are just playing favorites.
That's the only thing that makes logical sense.
And we say this every year too, but
no, this one's very criminal. I think that the secondary thing that I want to ask of those of you who did have a vote and did vote Holland over Missy to release your own ballot and defend it. That's the secondary thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Is if you're confident enough in your ballot and your stance,
release our ballot?
Release your ballot.
I mean, we always talk about ours.
Or at least say, maybe you can't release your ballot. I don't know, but just at least say, I voted for Holland. Here's why. Because that's fine with me. I can understand also, I can get how you got there. I just think you're wrong. The numbers think you're wrong.
Not some of the numbers.
The numbers that should be valuable. We just value different numbers.
It's true.
But I think the players value different numbers. Because if you're like, hey, you can have a 5-win season and you can win the tour points, or you can have a 5-win season and basically win USDGC and a major. Yeah. Which one are you taking?
But also the player looks at Holland's season, and I'm guessing she probably made considerably more because she won the tour championship and she had such a high finishing place. So I think that might be where they get in there too, is like the earnings. Like, you got to think about the bottom line. Obviously, the major is valuable to a lot of players.
She made 111. Let's see
what
Missy made.
Missy made that much. There ain't no way.
Missy
Can't even be close.
Made 93.
Close-ish.
18.
I mean, yeah.
So the question is, would you sacrifice $18,000 to have 2 major wins?
1 major win.
Discraft treats it, out of Missy's own words, Discraft treats it as a major win.
Well,
so if we're talking monetarily, you have 2 major wins.
That's a math question we can't answer, because if it was obviously monetarily lucrative enough, if they're going to give you it, did they give Holland a disc for winning that?
You mean Missy
or Missy?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like they did.
I'm not sure.
because they gave AB a dish.
Fact check.
We'd have to fact check that, or maybe they haven't yet. Maybe they're going to. I don't
Ask
know.
Gemini. Get Gemini
I just
on
know
that.
in the pre-round interview, Missy said, "When I won this event previously, Discraft treated it as a major win."
Yeah.
So you would assume they do it again.
You'd like to think so.
So I don't know, but I still
All I
like
know
to think
is
that,
Hunter has a target on his back now.
I like to think that people are able to process data and understand how much wins matter. And so I think that I like to think that the voters are responsible enough to vote correctly. So that's where I land that the only logical thing is that the Pro Tour has a script and they got a year off. And now that they're a year off, they're like, crap, we don't know what to do. I think that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
That's how he sleeps at night.
That's the only thing that
You're
makes sense to
going
me.
to want to sleep with your third eye open.
Well, because the other option is to not trust people. And do I want to go there? Do I want to not trust people? Really?
I sure
don't.
as heck don't.
I don't want to go there.
I'm not going there.
Well, if you're saying you are going there.
Sleep with your third eye open, man.
Well, no, I
You
don't.
are going there if you're saying that about the script.
No, I think the script writer made a mistake.
you don't trust
And now,
people.
no, I just think
So
he
you
just
do
didn't
trust
know.
him. So you do trust
He
him.
wrote a heck of a script. He just messed up a year. He just accidentally typoed 2025 instead of 2026. Heck of a script. Loved it.
The heck of a script.
Yeah.
Heck of a script.
So I
Just
think-
wasn't the right time.
That's what I'm saying. I trust that more than what people just don't know how to.
That would never
No,
happen.
that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way.
I don't agree with you. I would never.
Now, luckily, the award the players
trust
care
the
about.
system.
The award the players care about the most is the Grippy Player of the Year, and that one went to Missy.
Yeah.
So at least you can sleep peacefully at night there,
That's
Yeah.
true.
because at least she knows that. At least she
Yeah.
got the right Player of the Year.
Yeah.
She knows. And also, I do hope now through this process, Missy understands that there was nothing against her last year, just like it's nothing against Holland this year.
It's true.
We value the data. The data points us the way we got to go there.
That's all we can do.
So when last year I was saying it has to be Kristen, it has to be Kristen, it has to be Kristen. It was nothing against Missy because now I'm saying it has to be Missy, it has to be Missy, it has to be Missy. And next year I'll be saying it has to be Holland, has to be Holland, has to be Holland when Silva wins it. And I'm like, what's going on? Holland should win this thing.
And you can say what you want, but like our formula is pretty consistent in the sense that it is this.
Ours is the only consistent formula, apparently.
It's how many wins that you have and how many of those wins were majors, and we weigh the majors a little bit more. And then sometimes that does get tricky. Sometimes it gets to the point where you got to look at podiums, average. This year, because they had matched and one player had a major and one didn't, that's
1.5 majors. I still stand by throw pink.
Well, I'm saying you don't even need
Hardest
it.
to
You
win.
don't even need it with our
No,
formula.
you don't.
So, like, in that scenario, that is why we went that way. So, like, just explaining that, like, that is the system. And it would be the same if you flip-flop the players.
Well, it's also
or whatever.
what's also interesting to me is I've listened to disc golf podcasts, and I feel, I could be wrong here because I didn't listen to every disc golf podcast,
knower.
but the ones that I listened to, everyone was on the same page that Missy wins this award.
That's what I'm saying. The media was united.
So that's where I would. That's
the
why
players had a coup.
That's why I would love for the Pro Tour to release Full Transparency Act. I vote for a Pro Tour Transparency Act.
Can they
voting
do that
next year.
retroactively?
No, in
Okay.
future year.
Okay.
Well, I think
Okay.
they can.
We
They
shouldn't-
should. They can.
I don't-
Why can't they?
They can release the totals. I just like to see the totals.
Yeah, the totals, but I don't know if you can. I don't think you can retroactively
No.
say you voted for so and so. Now everyone knows about it.
Well, unless we signed that away, we might have.
yeah,
I
might,
never
well,
know.
you might have signed that.
I
That
don't
wouldn't
pay
happen.
attention.
I don't know.
We may have,
but
yeah.
next year, I think you let all the voters know up front when we release this. When the awards come out, the ballots are going to be released. So don't vote in a way like. Don't just be voting.
But
for your
then,
best
what do
friends.
people vote because they're scared, not because of what they actually think?
Ooh, maybe we like that.
Well, then
though.
what are they scared of? The only thing they're scared of is the truth.
A lot of times,
and if you're scared of the
Hunter,
truth, you
think
should
about
side
it.
with
There's
the
no
truth.
subjectivity to this,
Hunter, think
Konner.
about it. A lot of times, it's because of the privacy of voting that things happen. Like because people feel pressured by outside things, but they're not voting for what they actually think.
I still think that the main.
So I don't think the public vote's a good idea.
Well, I do mainly because I think that how we got here is people didn't just barely slight Missy. I think there's a group of people that put Missy off the ballot or fifth.
But what I'd be nervous about is now
That's-
a person of power. You.
I think that's what
No way.
happened.
They would throw away those people's ballots though, because
Would they?
they say that in a statement when you go to vote. They say if you're found to be voting,
If you're found to, but how do you measure someone's intentions? Oh, what I valued
If
is
you-
I valued the leaderboard of the Des Moines Challenge the most.
I feel like if you left Missy off of that ballot, your ballot should be trashed.
I agree with
forever.
that statement, but would they do it?
I don't think
Did they do
I
it?
don't think the public vote is a good idea.
Let's get somebody on tour.
Because now we have a person.
talk about
now
it.
we have a person of power and influence, you in the disc golf community, who is openly shaming's an aggressive word, but shaming people who voted the way.
No,
that you
I'm not
voted.
shaming. I'm asking. I've told them to release your ballot with an explanation if you have it, because I think the people who
So
just
now
put,
next year they might just vote for what you said.
That's good.
Well, no,
I'm
we're
voting for
right.
it because they're afraid.
But what I'm
because they're
saying is-
afraid of what you're going to say about
That's
them
what we want.
on the podcast.
This is
People-
our country.
people who put Holland 1, Missy 2, I don't have a problem with at all. I just know enough people put Missy 1, Holland 2 that I have a problem with the people who put Holland 1, Silva 2, Own 3, Paige Pierce 4, Missy 5. Those are the people I have a problem with.
My
You don't
fear
know that
though is
happened.
since you have a problem with anybody, that now
Everyone should have a problem with those people.
But
Everyone should have a problem with those people. If you put Missy Gannon 5th, everyone should have a problem with you.
Privacy of a vote is what
See,
makes
Konner,
it a genuine
the
vote.
problem is, Konner, you're making a government argument based on a belief you have in our country's
Yeah,
founding.
it's true.
He's talking about disc frisbee golf.
I'm saying if
It
you
still goes that way because you can feel because I would be scared.
But
I
Konner,
want the
in disc
people.
golf-
Here's the thing, though.
But Konner,
I
disc
want
golf-
people to be scared of putting Missy Gannon 5th when she deserves the
But
award.
Konner-
I want that fear of God struck in their heart of putting Missy Gannon 5th because they know the people are going to get pitchforks. That's what they freaking need. Because if you're putting Missy 5th or off this, you don't need a ballot. You don't. If that happened, which I don't know if it did, but if that happened, then you don't need a ballot. That's what I'm saying. They should be scared of that. If they put Missy 2nd, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Holland 1, Missy 2. You can. That's what I'm saying. Those people should be confident. They should say, "Here's my logic of I value this over this," and I'm like, "That's fine. We view it different. Nothing problem there." I have a problem with the people who put Missy 4th. There's no way you get there. There's no way you can. If that happened, if that did happen, that's what I have a problem with.
I'm now officially on your side, Hunter. You're right. Now that Trevor has opened my eyes to it's not as big of a deal as I'm making it out to be. Also, my $10 headphones cannot handle this conversation.
Neither can these ones. My Representative Thomas, could I ask, should we open up the vote to everyone? Because not everybody gets a vote. It's a limited vote. Do we need to repeal that?
No, I respect that they are choosing. I agree with you that I think we go media vote only. Or have a
panel.
Have a panel.
I
It
think
does
it
either way.
It feels like the
Either
players
way.
can be in too much.
Because I think that's what I
I
think's
think it
going
should be a
on. Is
panel.
I think
because
that
the way the
players
players
did this.
because the way the players can view it, whether they do it or not, the way they can view it is think so and so is my really good friend. They like this would be awesome to help them in their career.
Well, also,
which is kind.
How
but
would you not
really,
have bias?
How would you not?
If
have
I'm
bias?
best friends with Holland, we're together all the time. Of course, I want her to win. Of course, I'm going to see it her way. I'm not going to look at the data objectively. I can't look at the data objectively.
But I'm not.
We
I
have
a dog
no
in the
friends
fight.
on this podcast.
And I'm not saying this is the case, but this could be a case where someone tours with their husband, so they kind of hang out with their husband while they're on tour, and they go out and eat dinner together and stuff like that, instead of somebody going out and touring with all the buds and going to dinner with all the buds and like being at all that
That could
stuff.
be a play.
That
I
would
don't
make
know.
a big difference in how you vote too, because you're not super tight with that person.
That's-
I don't
yeah.
think that's necessarily what's happening, and I don't know what their personal lives
agree
are like,
that-
but it leaves room for that to happen.
You know, this is the perfect example.
Oh, boy.
This is great. This is great.
Perfect example.
Because what we just had happen over the weekend was the college football playoffs committee. They decided on the bracket, right? And you can get pitchforks up all you want. But what having the committee allows you to do is they have released their process to where you knew Tulane and JMU were getting in the second that Duke won that ACC tournament. You knew it was happening. There was nothing you could do to stop it. You can say it's stupid all you want, but you knew the process that was in place. You knew what was about to happen. That's what we need. We need, hey, us as a committee, this is what we value. So if we go in, we can disagree with the committee and say, hey, majors should be valued more or whatever. But at least going in, you're like, well, I know Holland's about to win this because the committee values Pro Tour points X amount.
We are putting it out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine how bad people would hate our guts if the Pro Tour announced tomorrow that they've formed a committee and the two chair heads are these knuckleheads?
I don't want to be on the committee,
I do.
but I'm just
What do
saying.
mean?
You don't?
Yeah, how about you step up for your beliefs? Do
Yeah,
your
that's
civil
true.
duty to the Pro
Well,
Tour.
no, like obviously, if they asked me, I would say yes. But I'm saying I'm not trying to get myself on a committee.
Well, no, that's a good leader.
I
That's a
want
good
the
leader.
what I want is I want the people.
Honor
I want people
committee.
to have no opinion or
I'll only step
no
up if
personal
no one else
bias.
will.
Sorry, I want no personal bias in the vote because what we've seen year over year over year
that's
is I think there's
impossible.
too much personal bias from the players in the vote. That's what I think's going on every year.
Yeah, I'm sure there is
I could
some.
see that happening.
Yeah, because it's why wouldn't there be? Why wouldn't there be?
I think that's a very
You're
real
on tour.
possibility.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is we got to get where the players vote. We don't do that. We just
don't
have a
do
committee.
that.
We just have a
We don't
committee
do
for
that
player of the
kinda
year.
stuff.
Really, you can have a committee for all of them if you want, but committee for at least player of the year because I think that's the most important award. And it's a really simple thing. You literally have one email and a Zoom call. That's all you're tied to. Boom, we decide it.
I think Owen should have won because she's so nice.
No, I legitimately, I think there was a lot of people that probably went Holland, either Silva or Owen, Missy. Like, I think there was a lot of people that put Missy third or fourth.
Oh, it makes me sick.
And that's where I think that like those people shouldn't have a vote. They didn't look at data.
They shouldn't have a
Like
vote.
there is an argument for Missy to be second.
Yeah, you're right, because there is probably a lot of players who are just a lot of people who, not just players, probably the media as well, who
Human
aren't looking
beings.
at all the things and just going, oh, well, so and so definitely deserves it.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of and like if Missy Gannon was
She's the
outside,
best.
if Missy Gannon, no, it's not about. That's what I'm saying. Is I have nothing against Holland Hanley. Holland Hanley.
No,
had a
I'm not
fantastic
saying she's
season.
the best, but I'm just saying that's what people are thinking. Like,
Yeah.
oh, so and so, she's the best.
That's
She
what I'm
should
saying.
get
Is
it.
if you have Missy outside your top three,
Yeah.
there is no argument to get there.
Well, and here's another thing you got to think about. So they send these ballots out, right? And then for the next 3 weeks, we're getting blasted with reminder emails about please fill out your ballots. Whereas, like Hunter and I, this is what we do for a living. We stare at disc golf data and talk about it all day. So like as soon as those ballots come in, we fill those things out. But to Konner's point, if I'm sitting in my touring RV and like I don't give a rip about like I'm not winning player of the year and like, oh, they want me to vote. 3 weeks later, I look on there and I'm like, oh, Holland was awesome this year. Bang. Like that is how probably
what I'm
a
saying.
good few votes happened. And like that, and it's not even really the player's fault necessarily because like they didn't ask to be given this vote.
Yeah.
We want the vote.
We want a committee.
We want to control the vote.
No, we want a committee. We want a committee, and I want a committee, and I want
So
people who
bad.
put.
Mine do it too.
I want people who put Missy outside the top three.
In jail.
No,
Prison?
just banned from voting because
Prison?
that just shows you have bias.
I'm actually on your side now, Hunter. If you aren't confident what you're voting, you shouldn't vote.
That's what I'm saying. If you're sitting there and you
Disc
can't,
golf,
if
for
you
frisbee
can't-
golf.
if you in general, if you can't
Well, yeah,
back
true.
why you voted and you can't give me a view of this is why I believe what I believe and why I voted this, and you can't stand on that, you shouldn't have voted. Period. That's
Now it's talking politics
That's
with
that.
the boys.
all right. Time for the fan favorite segment, Trevor's Trivia, right after these messages.
Man,
I broke a sweat.
We're 40 minutes into the show. We
I broke
talked
a
about
sweat.
like 2 things.
Well,
I'm kind
I
of
was-
sweating a little bit
I
too
was
because
trying-
I thought you were yelling at me for a second, so I was scared.
Well,
but
I was
now I'm
trying to
okay.
just do the Pro Tour has a script and get off this thing because I'm
Okay,
like, this
guys.
is stupid. And next thing I knew, I was screaming.
He
blacked out. Blacked out there for a
Puzzlegate,
second. Guys.
Puzzlegate all over again.
Here's the game. It's going to be kind of 20 questions-ish
Okay,
style game.
love it.
I have a disc mold selected for each of the 3 of you.
I love
Oh.
disc
You
molds.
are going to ask me questions and then arrive at a guess. The goal is to guess your disc in the least amount of questions. If you guess and you guess incorrectly, you get to keep going, but that counts as 5 questions. So you don't want to do that. But your goal is to get it in the lowest possible. I have no idea how this is going. Now, I will say going not first is a big advantage because you'll get to hear other questions and learn from that. So we're going to go.
But we're not guessing the same mold.
But
No,
we
each
each have
of
our
you have a
own
different mold. But I'm going to go in order of
But you'll get to hear. Ooh, that
success
was a good
rate on
question.
this channel. So it's going to be Hunter first, then Konner, then Silas.
What do you mean by success rate
Like
on this
in
channel?
like trivia games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But to be fair, you and Hunter will probably have equal standing.
No,
think I'm gonna
I
just
just I
go-
genuinely was curious.
I'm gonna just go.
Not offended.
Okay, so this is one question.
Is this disc in your bag?
Let me like remind myself.
oh
anyways.
wow,
Oh, that's a good question.
Hunter.
No.
I'm gonna go with.
No, we'll go one at a time. I'll lose track.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I was on the same page as Konner.
I'll lose track. That would have made sense, but I will definitely lose track.
True, that would be difficult.
Okay. Does anyone at Foundation bag this disc?
When you say anyone in Foundation,
Is it in this
We'll
room?
say full-time employees.
don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
don't
it's a
think
very
so.
unique disc then, or a very common disc. Is it made by Innova?
Yes.
Is it a 7-speed?
No.
Is it a mid-range?
No.
Is it a fairway driver?
No.
Is it a distance driver?
No.
Is it a putter?
Yes.
Still got a lot of questions left.
Is it a throwing
You
putter?
can use as many. Yes. You
Oh,
can use as
true.
many
It's
as
just
you
who can get
want.
in the
so you
least
get in the
amount.
least. He's gotten pretty far.
Does Nate Sexton throw this putter?
Wow.
No.
What putters does Nate Sexton throw?
I was leaning towards the dart.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
10 questions in.
Was Paul Macbeth known for throwing this putter?
No.
Bean boozled.
Would you consider it a popular putter?
Yes.
So a chief.
Does it have the word AVR in it?
No.
Well, that eliminates half their putters. KC, JK,
No, yeah, I mean, you're right.
Big bead, driving. Yeah.
It's just hard because...
Yeah, I get that. Like,
is it spelled A-V?
no, I wasn't asking, like, is it an AVR? I was saying, like, you get, like...
Yeah.
Because I knew it wouldn't... Like, if I just said AVR, he might have been like, oh, technically... okay, so not AVR, but is a popular putter. You did say yes to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it thrown by the Charleston guys?
By the Charleston guys.
There's one you would know. You would remember this one. Tim Brook.
Tim Brook.
He threw it.
I wasn't at that match.
You still remember. Avery threw it all over me.
No, I don't. It was not that disc.
Okay.
Whatever that disc was, it was not a disc.
It was an invader.
Yeah, it was not.
Man, I don't even know any other end of a putters at this point.
I can think of one.
Does it have a player's name on it?
No. Wait, I take that back. I believe it does. Sometimes. But yeah, I do think it
Is
has.
it a Toro?
Yes.
Nice.
It's Calvin's disc.
Never mind. I was about to say it's an AVR3, but you said it doesn't have AVR.
So that was 14 guesses or 14 questions and then the correct guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that was obviously a tricky one because like it is a putter, but approach discs are tricky.
I feel like that's going to be pretty good.
That wasn't bad though. You had really good
14
questions. You just got it. That was a tough one.
The end of a putters really just threw me for a loop.
It's not. What
It would have been
normally
better for
think.
me to have said approach disc and then putter. Because
Yeah.
approach, I would have just been the Rat, the AVR X3,
You would have gone straight to Toro.
Yeah, I could have got there.
Rat.
Okay, Konner, go ahead.
Okay, I like that first question. It's a really good question. Does anybody in this room bag this disc?
No.
Okay. Wasn't ready for that.
I only thought of one question.
Have we thrown this disc in a video?
Yeah.
Is it trilogy?
Yes.
Oh,
Is it dynamic?
Yes.
wow.
Ooh.
Is it a fairway?
No.
Mid-range?
No.
Putter?
Yes.
Has Robbie putted with this putter?
I have no idea.
If you don't have an idea, then he didn't.
I don't know of a member putting with a trilogy putter.
Is it overstable?
No.
Is it understable?
No.
Neutral? Interesting. Gosh, okay. Now,
10
now,
More
in.
questions.
10 questions in. I mean, you know the baseline now. That also is what kind of helps you. Is you can
now
get
I'm
13
like
and just
having a
fire.
hard time because I'm like, do I know dynamic putters that well? Because all I can think about is West Side for some reason.
West Side?
Okay, so is it so it is neutral. What do we got? We've got I know the guard is one. Is that a disc? The dagger, but that's what I was saying that Robbie putted with. Is it? I know the warden as well. Is it beadless?
No.
It's beaded. How many questions do I have left?
You can ask 1, 2, 3 more.
Okay, all right,
No, you
You
can
can
ask
ask
2
two
more.
and then you get a
2
fire.
more and then a guess.
all right. Did EMAC putt with this?
Yes.
So is it a judge?
Yes.
Oh,
Whoa.
12 questions. Oh.
when you started naming discs, you were only naming latitude putters. When you said guard, dagger.
The guard is dynamic.
The guard's dynamic?
Yeah.
Oh, dagger's
The
not.
dagger's
Nobody
latitude.
knows
Okay.
about the guard, though.
I don't know why.
I don't know why the guard.
All right,
came out.
Silas. 12
All right.
questions is the
Okay.
score to beat.
Okay, is it Discraft?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
That narrows
Is
it down to
it
150.
a mid-range?
No.
Is it a putter?
No.
Is it a distance driver?
No.
Is it a fairway?
Dang, had to use all those. Yes.
Ah.
That's brutal.
Okay.
You still got
Is
6
it
more questions.
a disc? Is it a disc made for a professional or made by a professional?
No. Good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay. Is it a disc that you bag?
No.
Is it a disc that any of the foundation people bag?
Anyone in found yes.
Okay. Is it a creature?
I like that question.
Yes.
I like that question.
I don't know if I like that question.
Well, it's just no. It makes sense. It helps you with the naming.
Does it start with?
Does it start with?
I like
What,
this. I like
Con?
this. I like this direction.
What, Konner?
I just love hearing.
Wait,
you
is this
think.
it? Is this his fire?
He's at 9 questions.
Oh, he's at 9. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Still got. You can ask 2 more questions, then you got to guess
Creature.
if you want to win.
Okay.
So at that point, you might as well just throw a guess out at that one
Yeah.
and then keep guessing until you get it, or keep
No,
asking.
5 questions. Put him at 17.
I know, but he hasn't won.
True.
Is
No.
it a disc that has been manufactured after 2010?
Yes.
Will that help you?
Well, it's something that I would kind of know.
That's fair.
think.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that makes sense. I'll look back at you like, are you
You have
Googling
one
right
more.
now?
You got one more question, then you got to guess.
Oh no.
If you wanna win.
Okay. Man, this is tough. I don't really know a lot of these. Is it?
You're gonna have to get real targeted with your next question. It would seem. Just hope you hit a
What did you
bullseye.
find out it was? A fairway?
It's a fairway.
Discraft
That is
fairway.
named as a creature.
Somebody bags. It's a creature. It's been
You got
manufactured
this,
after
Silas.
2010.
You got this, Silas.
What? Do you know what it is?
No, but
I got one
can
you
think
should
of,
just fire
Just
on.
think of creatures. Yeah, just think of a fairway named after a creature.
That's the yeah.
Did you pick this for people? Like, did you?
I'm not gonna say a word more.
That's fair.
Does it start?
Oh my gosh,
I like this. I
With-
like this.
that's crazy.
Does it start with the last half?
I don't like
letters
this anymore.
of
I
the
don't like
alphabet?
this anymore.
Does it start with oh? Does it? Yeah, the first letter is in the last half of the letters of the alphabet. Well, he's got a list, and he's trying to narrow down that
That's
list.
such a funny
And he found that
question.
to be a good way to narrow it down.
That doesn't
I
I
make
just
answer-
thought he was about
sense.
to say like I have a good guess. I'm just gonna like does it start with this letter?
That
Yeah.
probably eliminated cicada and Sagara.
Yeah,
in
it's true.
one.
It's true. It's true. It's
It
true.
eliminated Captain's Raptor as well.
Yeah.
It eliminated whatever else they have in that slot. So
The
So I have
problem
to
is you gotta
guess
count
now?
to find
You
the
gotta
middle of the
guess.
of the
You got
alphabet.
yeah. You can still keep going
there's
after
a
you
few
guess. But
more that you can.
if you want to win, you
I
got to
think just
guess it
the one.
outright right
Guess the
now.
one. You know which one? Guess it.
You know which one, Silas.
there's 2
You
that he
got
could
this.
land on right now, and one is right and one is wrong. Obviously,
Oh no.
that was very stupid.
But you
of me to
didn't
say.
choose to.
Well, I'm saying there's 2 that you could very easily land on right now.
You got this, Si.
Is it the zombie?
Oh. No,
There's
it's not
3
a
you could
zombie.
land it on.
There's
Trev.
3 you can land
Oh
on.
no, is a zombie a creature?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
creature.
Any other guesses? You might as well just keep guessing.
Yeah, might as well.
because you're in last.
Well, one
so.
more guess, he loses. Like overall,
No, he
it's
already-
more than 20. 5
No,
question
well,
penalties.
no, there was no. It wasn't
Oh, we
20
weren't playing 20 questions.
Well, it was just who came in.
Wait, did
who
you
had
say
least
it
amount.
was somebody's disc? You said it's
Somebody-
not somebody's disc. Right?
No, it's not somebody's disc.
Like somebody didn't make it.
So,
Somebody. No.
you bag this disc.
Really?
It's a raptor.
Yes.
Oh,
It was a raptor.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang it. I should have got it then.
Yeah.
Raptor and Vulture were the 2
Yeah.
that he was there.
Mm.
I was like, you could definitely land on either one of those.
All right, this will be a quick topic.
I win. I win. I
Speed is
win.
a zombie.
Good job,
Is
Konner.
that a-
6.
Six.
It's probably
it's
technically
not
in
a
mid range, but it could sneak into fairway. This is a topic that I think I just more wanted to get opinions on because obviously last week we talked a lot about Worlds, their ticket packages, all of that stuff. So the Pro Tour just released their ticket, which the first thing to notice is they went away from Eventbrite. It's all on their own site.
In-house.
Which is good because it means the Pro Tour will make more money per ticket because obviously they won't have like the processing fee and all that. I've went through several events and this seems to be the ballpark standard. Okay. So essentially weekday, so whether it's Thursday, Friday, or just Friday, general admission pass is around $11. Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
Somewhere in that range.
That's Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. Weekend general admission pass $25 to $30
Yeah, that's too much.
to get on the grounds. So like for instance, this is the Open at Austin, $27 here. Open at Austin also there's parking fee
What do you-
on top of that.
Oh my
So
wow.
gosh, bro.
so general admission Saturday.
What do you
if you're
pay
like
to
I'm
get
just
in
trying to show up Saturdays, you
both
pay
days?
27 and then you'd pay another $9, so it'd be $36.
That's crazy, guys.
So there isn't a weekend general admission.
There isn't.
There's only full event. And
so if
then
you want to
Thursday,
go
Friday,
Saturday, Sunday, you have to buy. You got to spend like a bajillion
Well,
dollars.
the reason is the full event general admission is $63.
Oh, okay.
So
they're not really charging you for.
I mean, it's cheaper to buy Saturday, Sunday because it'd be what is that, $40, $54
And if you're
to buy
a
Saturday,
vendor,
Sunday?
how can you expect to make money after they just dropped 36 beans per person to get in here?
Because VIP.
Imagine trying to take a family. What do you get in? How do you get in if you're a kid? Is there a
Good
free?
question. Let's see. Children under 10 are free with a ticketed adult.
Okay. That makes it a little bit better. But under 10, like, okay, I've got a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old. I want to go with my wife. Oh, you're going to drop $150.
No, for 4 of you, it'd be $108.
You want
to go one day.
And you got to go one day.
Yeah.
And then you're going to want to eat. Like, guys, it's just off should not be this expensive. It can't be this
because now
expensive.
the defenders of this are basically asking what sporting event can you go for cheaper. Wrong question, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they're all better.
Well, I think it's more just the wrong question because, like, the NFL, for example, or the NBA or college basketball game, they aren't trying to grow how many people are coming to the games.
Oh.
They're most of the time are sold out. And then if they're not sold out, you can get in cheaper.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get in. You can get into a baseball game, a Major League Baseball game on any given weekday for like $5.
My thought here is like the problem here that I have personally is we are trying to grow how many people are on the grounds. And again, I keep coming back to when Worlds is here, when a tournament is here, I have so many friends and families members that are interested in coming because, the event is in our backyard. Hunter, you love disc golf. We would love to enjoy something with you that you love.
Yeah.
Sick. Come with me. It's $10. I'm in. Yeah. Sick. Come with me. It's $30. I'm out.
And it's the same way they do everything where this is how they do it. How many people did we get on average to an event? How much can we charge those exact same people to make the money we need to make to know that we'll be okay? They don't ever think about,
you can't operate from a place of fear. I feel like these ticket prices.
If we charge less, could we increase our revenue or our attendance by 25%? And I feel like there's got to be some data out there that suggests that you probably could. I mean, even to use an example, I mean, even some like major league teams have used that for like their concessions, for example. Like, if we decrease price, we see uptick in sales. Like that is a thing.
Yeah.
I think they just
Walmart's
they must just
business
not
model.
believe in their ability. And maybe they have data that's very compelling that says, listen, guys, we actually do get the disc golf audience from these places. But it does seem like
I believe they get the disc golf audience.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like trying to get the outside disc golf.
Because that's where the growth happens, right? It's because, like, let's be honest, okay? If all three of us, if it comes to town, it's our one Pro Tour event. It comes to town, and we're like, we want to go watch the final round. $25.
I'll be honest. If it wasn't for work, I wouldn't do it.
But like your average diehard disc golf fan would.
Yeah,
$25. Yeah, I agree with that from a standpoint of like
$25 isn't like that's doable.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm gonna be there. Right, I'm probably buying the 4-day for $60, and I'll go at least 3 of the days.
Is that how much USCGC was? How much was USCGC?
I don't know.
I think it was like $25.
But like that, for your diehard disc golf fans, the cost of a disc to get into the tournament checks.
Yeah.
But my opinion, like where I stand by, is just like you're not getting any. Like now, my wife's not going with me.
Yeah.
Now my brother-in-law's not going with me, and that's where like. When my wife and my brother-in-law come, they're buying food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I only spend $10 to get in, I'm more likely to buy a tournament stamp disc.
Totally.
They might even see a shirt and be like, "Oh, let's get a shirt."
Yeah. Now my spend personally, if I spent $10 to get in, is probably going to be higher than if I spent $25.
I bet it would be different. You know what, Hunter? I bet it would be different because, like, if we use like the PGA Tour event we went to as an example, a lot of the once you got on the grounds, like most of the money being spent on the grounds was still going straight to the tour's pockets. They had the food setups. They had the merch tents. I think it's different with these events because, yes, you are going to get spend, but the spend isn't going to go straight to their pockets.
Well, that's still why I think the whole model right now, in my opinion, in disc golf and in disc golf in general, is operating from a place of we need to make X today.
Yeah.
We're not worried about making Y tomorrow.
Yeah, it is.
And so, because what I think, the model that makes the most sense to me is the USDGC model. And we've seen what they've been able to grow because you get vendors on the ground because we don't charge you to show up. We charge you 10% of your sales or 15% of your sales, whatever it is. So if I'm a mom and pop t-shirt dyer, I can go there because if I go there and I sell 0 t-shirts, it costs me my weekend. That's all it costs me. Right? But what that says, like when I'm at the Pro Tour and I'm looking at that, well, that's not guaranteed revenue. Because what if no one shows up and no one buys anything? Nothing goes in my pocket. I would rather charge $150 a day, $200, whatever these different vending fees are. We talked about the ones at Worlds last weekend. I'd rather charge that because now I have that money up front and we can make ends meet even if it means 300 people show up. I think that's what they're scared of is what if we make all of these changes and 300 people still show up? And it's like, that might happen year 1. We got to make these changes for year 2, 3, 4, 5. Because then the vendors grow. All of a sudden, everyone's like, dude, you got to come to the Open at Austin because it was crazy. There were so many people there. We did crazy amount of sales. And guess what? The
problem is...
Because guess what? We're this year going to Disc East and Disc South. You know how we're going to Disc East and Disc South? Is because when it first happened, we said, that's pretty expensive for us to go up to Boston to vend. I don't think we want to do it. Okay? Then next thing you know, they have Disc South. I'm like, well, Brody's in Dallas. We should probably go to Disc South. We should probably do that. And what we kept hearing was Disc East was crazy. We did so much in sales. Everyone wants to buy, blah, 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 right? So we go to Disc South and we see it for ourselves. And now we don't have an option to miss Disc East because you're just missing revenue if you don't show up. That's how a lot of these Pro Tour events are. You know how many Pro Tours we're vending at next year? 2. That both happen to be in our backyard. You know why? Because it doesn't make sense for us as a company to spend the resources to go there, except for USDGC. Makes a lot of sense because there's 0 risk to us as a company except for the employee cost of getting people there. And then we know the model they've built over years. How we ended up at USDGC is I was there as a fan in 2021 or 2022. I was walking through Vendor Village talking to vendors, and I'm like, we literally can't afford to not be here next year. And there's only so many events like that in disc golf, and those are the ones that are putting the customers first and then putting the vendors and then saying, we'll eat last. And guess what? They're eating the most.
And it's a shame that they didn't, this is the model they should have led off with in years 1 through 3 when they're expected to operate at a loss. I think now they've figured out a way to operate on this razor-thin line to where now they don't want to go back. But it's like that's kind of what you needed to just lead off with.
That's what I was thinking. I think that they don't feel like they have the buffer to not make the initial money.
I agree, and that's what I'm saying sucks.
Yeah, it does suck because the future is better. Like it's good to tailor towards diehard disc golfers, but the diehard disc golfers are going to be there as long as there's players playing disc golf.
Correct.
Tailoring towards turning people into diehard disc golfers is way better for your company.
Yeah. So the Jomez Series tickets are also available. The Friday general admission pass is the same price, $11. Saturday, Sunday general admission passes are $17 for those. So, in my opinion, this is closer to what the full Pro Tour prices should be. But this is for the Jomez Series, which we're yet to see how many people show up to those.
Just to give you a tactile example of how this works, after USDGC, my whole family every year, it started a couple years ago. We obviously go to USDGC as foundation. They all choose a day that they all want to come walk with us at USDGC. It is so much fun. It's my mom, my dad, my 2 sisters, and their whole families. So kids and everything, and all come. And it is really, really fun, and they're always really impressed by it. This year, we go to USDGC. And this time, my sister brings her boyfriend who doesn't know anything about disc golf. And then a couple weekends later, my wife and I are going into town in Charlotte where all my family lives. And the text I get is from my mom, hey, bring your disc golf back because we all really want to go play disc golf on Saturday morning. And that's how these events work. It takes people from who aren't interested in disc golf, they see it all and they get the bug. They're like, I want to try this. This seems like fun. And that's what it does.
Yeah.
Totally.
So there you have it. That's this show. We're going to do our In the Bag segment. Me and Trev won last week, so now Konner and Silas are up 3-2. Okay. So this week we could tie it up. This week's prompt is the greatest signature discs of all time. So clarify, this isn't like Paul McBeth has his name on the buzz right now.
But we are going to count. We are going to count molds designed for players. So player line discs, we are going to count.
Yeah. So like the PM line, the Paige Pierce line, the Ricky line, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that since there can be arguing involved, it can be contentious. But I think I'm just gonna.
Y'all choose
We'll just
the
let it
order
happen.
because y'all lost last week.
Because we lost.
I think we go second.
No.
Con.
I want to go.
Is there a clear first?
Yes,
I'd much
yes,
rather go
yes,
second.
yes. I want to go first, Silas.
All right, so I'm guessing Konner is your pick.
Is that okay, Silas?
Yeah.
I've got one that I think
If you
we need.
think it is going to be the best one, then
I think I have one that I think we need.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Sexton Firebird.
yeah.
All right, Trev.
Yeah.
I had that on my list.
I will start with the. I don't know if you would have had this one, but I think this is a good pick. I'm going to start with the Cloudbreaker.
I have
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I
Well,
had
which
that.
one specifically? This is important.
The old ones.
The Eagle McMahon Cloudbreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eagle McMahon Cloudbreaker.
That's how I.
Yeah.
What is there?
The
another
new
one?
ones. I mean, Gannon Bird technically has it now, but the
OG
ones were
ones.
insane.
Yeah, that's on my list.
See, this is where I'm a little bit split because will Old Innova win us? I don't know. So
I'm
I'm
in the
going to
same
go with
boat.
the safe bet, the safe vote, and I'm going to go with the Simon Line time lapse.
Yeah, we needed to take a
That's
Simon
good.
Line disc
That's
at some
good.
point, so that's the best.
I feel
That's
like
a
the
good one.
hype around the time lapse release
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a really good one.
Side guy?
I'm going to take the Paul Macbeth Luna.
Just going with the Luna.
I like that. I like that, Cy.
It has some motion right now.
Silas, you
It
get
does
to.
have motion right now.
Silas gets to choose his second.
No,
Right now?
Connor's
No,
your
I.
choice
Okay. Okay. I am between a few. I think I'm gonna play. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Get Freaky.
Ooh.
I had that on my list.
I'm gonna go Get Freaky.
It had so much pop initially.
had so much pop. A lot of people still bag it, and also
Yeah.
our audience is gonna like it, and that's who's gonna see this post.
Trev?
How do you feel about that, Cy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
About
Good.
this. I don't want to necessarily double dip here, but it is another one of just the great.
You're gonna say the one that's on my
Signature
list.
discs.
I mean, I'm done, but
There's two that I could take.
take the one, Trevor. You know,
Take it,
yeah,
you know what to do.
I'm gonna take the Sky God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Take
that
the
was
Sky
on my
God.
list.
the Sky God was the. It was the
You
one. I was
looked at
trying to
my
decide
list, didn't you?
Okay.
Just one of the,
I think
the Discmania ones popped in my head first.
this
Yeah.
this might just be too old, but I think I got to do it, which is the McPro Rock 3.
between.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great one. Obviously,
What is that?
You guys have one more pick left?
Yeah.
it was the Rock
It was
3
Paul's,
made for Paul.
Yeah.
What else did
It's
you
basically a
basically-
flat top Casey Rock.
I'll say it's basically Casey.
I had the same one. I was thinking about it, but I was like, it's
Yeah.
so niche.
All right,
I
Cy,
know.
you got
So
Silas.
niche.
We've
It's
got
just tough to know what our audience
Yeah.
likes.
Silas, we have a really good list right now. I feel
is
very
awesome.
confident in our list. So you put an exclamation point on it right now. You got this.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you do know about it.
What you know about
All right,
rolling
I'm
down
gonna
in
say
the deep?
4-claw zone.
Not
I
a
don't think that
signature
counts,
disc.
yeah.
Not a signature disc.
Not a signature disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it was just a
That's just a
Z-zone.
commemorative
'Cause it was
disc.
just Z-zone. Yeah, I like
Wasn't
the pick,
but it was that
Okay.
would have good thought.
Would have been
process.
the number one pick.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good
I'm
pick.
gonna
for sure.
go. What about this? The Ken Climo KC AVR.
signature plastic. Well,
No,
KC
no, 'cause
AVR.
AVR is
yeah.
separate.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
Yeah.
Because KC AVR
'Cause they
was
designed it
made
for him.
just for I'd give you that.
Because I think it was
I love
technically
it,
like
Silas.
a big beat aviar. I don't know
Right.
what it was, but
Yeah.
But
I
now
think
it
it's a
is
big
literally
beat
just
AVR.
called the KC AVR.
Yeah, because it's a different
So,
mold now.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, there you have it. You can vote over
I
on
like
Instagram
our list, Silas.
or on
Great job.
Twitter.
Yeah, I like
This
our
is a
list.
very
I don't know where this is
interesting
going to
list.
go.
I don't either.
Well,
'Cause
they
we now have a little bit of old Innova on our list. We were kind of the poppy new stuff.
Well, you have the Sexton
Yeah.
and then the Poppy Discraft, whereas like we do have.
If
we have
people like
we have
Eagle
the
and Simon, we're winning.
We have the Simon Eagle list.
Yeah.
We have
basically.
Eagle Cloudbreaker, Simon Line Time Lapse, Sky God, McPro Rock 3. I like our list.
I can't
It's
even.
a good list.
Will the audience like
I
our
can't
list?
even decide between one of our lists.
It's
'cause
a
I think
blizzard
I think
outside.
they're both pretty equal.
We don't have a Silas select yet.
Right.
Silas, do you want to select one?
Yeah, talk
go
about
select.
something real quick.
Yeah, how does it look outside, guys? Are we gonna
Bad.
die?
Bad. Well, I'm gonna put it this way: it's not gonna get any worse.
No, we're not going to die. It's
Like,
powdered snow.
it kinda is
We'll,
what
we'll
it
make
is.
it.
Well,
home.
I think it's supposed to sleet for
Yeah.
like 5 hours.
I
Oh,
plan
no,
to
it's
leave
still
after
snow.
this.
Well, to be clear,
my
Con.
plan.
Oh, okay.
To be clear, Con.
I'm gonna just work from
You're
home.
gonna be all right because you got your
True.
truck and you
True.
don't have to drive very far.
That's true.
I'm gonna be on a slip and slide.
The other night,
I also don't think it's gonna sleet. I think it's just gonna snow.
Yeah.
whenever
if it
I
does
left
sleet,
here,
it's gonna be a while.
whenever I left here at 6:00 in the morning, the roads were completely covered in snow. I was in 4-wheel drive, and I had my new LED lights. So I
Yeah.
got on the highway, turned on my ambers, and I could see for miles because it was like a blizzard. And I had a full line of people behind me that were also relying on my lights.
The good news is it won't sleet because it's not gonna get above freezing the whole day. So like,
Dang.
it should stay snow.
Well, yeah. Apple weather sucks.
They do lie.
Because Apple weather said we were just getting a wintry mix today, and it was 0.35 inches.
Yeah.
But then if you go to other places, it says 3 to 5 inches of snow, and it says it's sleeting right now while I'm looking at
very
snow.
fluffy snow.
While I'm looking at snowfall.
Very fluffy.
Okay. There's a disc in this bag that Silas just selected.
We just talked about.
We talked about so many discs.
We talked about a lot of.
I don't think he
discs.
picked one of them.
No, he didn't. He's getting so cute with it lately. I'm taking the Ching Precision. He hated that, didn't he? Look,
I'm gonna go with
he didn't hear it. He didn't hear it.
I'm gonna go with
I
the
did.
No, he didn't.
Terrible pick.
Millennium Omega 4.
That's what I took last week.
What?
Is that his new strategy?
I didn't know you took it.
I'm
last week.
gonna
I don't know.
go
You think I
with-
remember everyone's picks from every
No.
week?
I'm gonna go with a Justice.
All right. Mint Alpha.
He is cute with it though. Still, I'm waiting to see. Like, it's been a long time
He's
since
gonna
he's
throw
gotten,
something basic in that bag.
But I'm
like a
not
month
trying
from
to
now.
time it up anymore. I'm just gonna go cute with it until he goes basic, and then I'll go right back to getting cute with it.
Dang.
Maybe I'll never go basic again. Trevor.
Well, there you
That's
have
what
it.
I'm
Thought about
betting
that.
on. That's what I'm betting on.
There you have it, ladies and gents.
There's Trevor betting again.
That's Grip Locked. We'll talk to you again next week.